Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida, and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio, life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill. Like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning, folks, and welcome to KMA Talk Radio. This is episode 588. Now, stop, listen, Abe will be here in 5 minutes. You don't have to click off. There's nothing else for you to watch anyway. Nobody else is on it Saturday at 10 o'clock. He'll be here. In the meantime, the rest of the crew is here. Stick around. We'll argue about something, I'm sure. Coming in first, my man, who always has the scoop, rumor, and teaser free. It is William Cooper.
Morning. Good morning, sir.
And we have a KMA legend, infamous even, coming back to the show to hang out with us this Saturday. It is Paul DeGrocco. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, look at that background. You're in a lot of places.
I was private island he's from, yeah.
Back in sunny Florida, so I figured I heard that KMA co-hosts wear sunglasses on the show.
Do they?
That's like the cool thing to do on a podcast, no?
Oh, I don't know. Did I miss that? Is that a thing?
I noticed that some people wear sunglasses on podcasts, and I think it's weird.
I wear my sunglasses.
I was taking a little dig.
Night.
Yeah, we were all up north, I think, this month. I mean, all three of us.
Coop, what were you doing up there?
I went to
I'll
see
tell
Mom.
you what.
Yeah, I went to see
I'm
my mom.
glad
Yeah, so I went to see her.
I'm glad I'm not up north now.
It's the weather's rough.
Yeah, the beach, the shore, down the shore is getting beat up a little bit.
So I heard a friend that was in Montauk this weekend, like for their family vacation, and his daughter was getting engaged. He knew that that his future son-in-law was planning and all that. And you have to see the pictures of him proposing to her. The waves, I mean, they had to be far from the shoreline, but they were on the beach. The waves are like over their head, and whitecaps breaking. Right, it was kind of intense, and the wind. I mean, they're not really getting the storm, but they're getting the remnants of the storm, and I guess the tail ends of it. So it was a big storm, though. It made me a little nervous for a little while.
Listen, I say this 100 times. North Carolina will always get an effect of almost any hurricane in the east, whether it's
every single one.
Remnants. I'm not saying we get the brunt of the storm, but we will get something every time.
That's true. Honestly, where we are. Honestly, Cooper, you guys have gotten beat up more than we have over the last 5 years. Every year, every year.
Yeah, and we've been fortunate in Charlotte. We're like kind of in the middle of the state. Most of the time, it's the coast that gets hammered, but obviously Asheville in the west got hammered.
Asheville got beat up, right?
So yeah, but I mean, even these like remnants of rains make it in here. So every hurricane, if it's somewhere in the east, we're gonna get it. If it's in Nicaragua, it finds its way to North Carolina.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been listen, I'm just waiting because I've been here 10 years. We've gotten a couple of storms, but nothing crazy. Like the biggest storm I've been in was, back home in Sandy, which was an intense storm. But since I've lived here, we've been through big hurricanes on Long Island before, but here we haven't had much. And I keep seeing these predictions that the East Coast, Southeast Florida is due for like a major hurricane because it's been so long since there's been a big one. So we just keep bracing the storm. My only issue is that where we lived before, we know that house went through like Hurricane Andrew, all the big hurricanes. This house has never been in a storm. It was built 4 years ago. So I'm thinking supposedly it's really safe and stuff.
Yeah, one of those Lennar. Is that one of those Lennar homes out there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I mean, for the most part, you're fine out there. But Asheville was a weird situation of why that happened, but that's just because no one expected a hurricane to go through the mountains of western North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah, that was so it wasn't built for hurricanes, is what I'm saying.
And such a beautiful place, man. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah, I mean, my son went to App State, which is not far from there, and it is one of the nicest parts of the country you can go to.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It was a shame, but listen. There's a bunch. I mean, if you just look at the National Hurricane Center, I go every couple of days. I'll take a look. Like, there's just systems everywhere. It's just that time of year, I guess. But the weather's different now. And I'm not being a conspiracy theorist. Am I crazy in saying that like things are different now? In Florida, you've been here a while, Alex, right? You've been here longer than I have in South
16
Florida.
years I've been here.
So do you remember? I mean, right now it's like that, but I remember in July and August. Every day at 2:00, there was a crazy thunderstorm.
Rain, half hour, 20 minutes, half hour. It was done, and then it was hot as shit afterward. It doesn't happen.
Right. It doesn't
almost,
do that anymore.
I remember that too.
You could put your money on it. Some point between 2 and 3 o'clock, it was going to rain.
Yep.
Yeah. Every day. That does not.
And might not even be clouds in the sky, but it was going to rain.
Yep.
No, you're right. You're
definitely right on that. Yeah.
it's been so strange here because up until this past week where we did have some daily storms, we've been in drought conditions in South Florida up until most of July. So like the irrigation, the lakes here are so low that the irrigation pumps won't work. So your grass is brown. It's crazy.
We had about 15 straight days of rain and cloudiness up here. My grass is greener than it's ever been in the summer right now.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, normally it gets brown.
Do you have a pool, Coop?
No, I don't.
So my biggest challenge now is learning, and I've talked to a bunch of buddies that have had pools for years, is learning when those rainstorms do come in. I mean, they drop a shit ton of rain in like a half an hour. And I'll look out and my pool's an infinity pool. And
yeah,
that's been, so then I got to empty the pool a little bit, which I only have like a small hose spigot for it. I had them put so I could connect a regular hose to it, which maybe was a mistake. Maybe I got to get one of those wider ones to let more water out faster. But I have an autofill system. I turned it off. I'm like, it's never going to overflow. It's never going to underfill in the summer, I noticed, which is what I was afraid of. In the winter, it does. So the autoflow helps. But I just turned it off because I don't care if it's a little bit low. It's not sucking air because when it rains, 6 inches of rain come down in an hour and then we're screwed because then it's overflowing.
Yeah, no, I know. My dad, when we had our house growing up, we had one of those, like, those tank pools that they're not in-ground pools, but they're like the round tank pools.
The half in-ground? Or
they're like half in-ground. Yeah, but they're round. Yeah, he would put a solar cover on it, and it was a pain in the ass. But you know what? It really helped in situations like that.
We did the same thing. I always had above ground pools at both the houses I lived at. Yeah, because my dad didn't want to pay for the permits and the taxes.
That was the same deal with that. And actually, our yard really wasn't big enough for it on Staten Island when we had that house.
So let me ask you guys a question while we talk about pools and lanais. Because when I was up north, I was on vacation. We went up to Ocean City, Wildwood.
You're in Jersey, right?
Yeah. Paul, your kids are younger, but how far apart are your kids?
Axel's 7, Eli's 5, Ollie's 1.
7, 5. Coop, your kids are what's
33, 29, 25, and 24.
Okay, so Coop, you're in that space realm. Yeah. So here's my question. I feel that I'm at the point in vacations, especially like going down the shore, going to Wildwood, Ocean City. I gotta start bringing a friend for Carmine.
We did that. We would do that even with the age summit. We did that as well.
Yeah,
that's Abe's thing too. They always brought somebody. Sure.
Well, I mean, Abe had 4 to follow around, 3 and 4. I get, but for us, it's just listen. Carmine's a ride kid. And he'll go on the big rides, but there's some where he's like, I'll go, but I'm not going. And
Santino can't go on the rides that he wants.
He can't go on. So Santino can. Marissa will take, but it's like now me and Marissa are like, all right, shit, who's going on? Who's going on? I'm not doing rides, dude. I'm 43. Marissa, right. And it's like, we're on vacation. I don't want to disappoint him. All right, it's like me and Marissa are drawing straws. All right, who's going on this one with him?
Yeah, I was like.
We're in the same.
That's
spot.
What we do. We'll divide, but I'm like this year. I'm gonna bring a friend. To tag on another kid ain't that much more expensive to have somebody to go on rides with.
I'm in the same boat. I took the kids to the weekend before school. My mother-in-law was going to come down to be here for the first day of school, and Steffi has a half sister that's 16. She really wanted to go to Epic Universe, and I said absolutely not. We don't go to theme parks in the summer. We're Floridians. We stay away, but we ended up going. Cost a small fortune to go to that damn park. I don't care what anybody says. Universal's way more expensive than Disney. And so we went.
Dude, it costs a small fortune to go to Ocean City. Everything costs
it does.
It's unbelievable. But it was the same thing. Like for a while, I had the 3 of us because, my mother-in-law and her daughter were off doing like other things when we first got there. And like Axel had to be alone on a couple of rides, like at 7 years old. And like when he's sitting behind us, I'm like, hey, buddy, what's going on? But they don't want to go on like the upside down roller coasters yet. So I'm safe. I used to go on anything. I can't go on them anymore. I get like afterwards my head hurts. Like I can't do anything else for the rest of the day then. I'm not scared of them. I just don't feel well after them now. And it's an age thing, I think. We have older
Gary Brooks is a bring a friend guy.
Yeah,
it's a good move.
My parents did that with my sister and I have a lot more years apart. We're like almost 7 years apart. So that was always a staple when we went away.
How do you feel about that, Paul?
Slow it down, Jess. Now wait, I'll say this: the park was beautiful. It's very small. The Epic Universe is way smaller than they let on. And actually, Alex, this would probably piss you off. Not piss you off, but like make you think. They engineered the park on a very small piece of land because right outside the park, there's stuff there. There's like industrial parks and like buildings, and they've blocked all of it off. It looks like you can't see any of the outside world from there. But every single ride that you go on in the queue, there's stairs. Because they built the queues vertically. So like you'll go like up 2 flights or 3 flights of stairs in the Mario Kart ride, walk across, then go down 3 sets of stairs, or start on the second floor and go all the way down. The Nintendo world is very weirdly set up. There's 2 floors. I can see like for extremists, like extreme rides, it's great. I was disappointed with the customer service aspect of it, in all honesty, because we're used to at Disney, like, you know, they help you out. They're always willing to help. I had a little issue with like, I don't know. And their systems, their Express Pass system is crap. That kind of stuff, like the premium features of what they do is kind of crap. It doesn't include everything and you pay all this money for it. So, but I liked the park. It was beautiful. It was clean. It was really cool. Like all the worlds in Epic Universe, it's worth going to. I want to go in like the fall when it's not 98 degrees. It was fun.
Yeah, my boys were always into Universal over Disney.
Once they get older.
I mean, they never. I mean, it kind of disappointed the grandparents more about like because they have a little more of a romanticism about Disney. About Disney. Yeah. But they wanted to go to Isles of Adventure down in Orlando.
Yeah, it's great park.
And what they would do is they save money and buy their own fast passes. Like that's what we would, you know. We made them do that, and they would save their money, and they bought those fast passes. Let me tell you.
Well, Coop, let me tell you that fast pass system there is insane. So the
I didn't think it was great when we went there, but it was better. Yeah,
the price fluctuates, and for us to go that day, it was $300 per person on top of the $185 that you pay to get in there. $300.
Wow. I mean, that's probably double when we went. I mean, honestly.
I was blown away.
Yeah, that is probably double. Yeah.
And the only reason why I did it was because my mother-in-law had already booked their tickets and their express passes. So I'm like, what are we going to do when there's 95-minute waits and you guys walk in and wait 10 minutes? Like, we can't ride rides with them.
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I got to bite the bullet. I thought about Abe would like this. I thought about taking the money for the boys' tickets out of their bank accounts because we have little bank accounts set up for them. I thought about like they really want to go, they should pay for it. But I ended up not doing that. But I told them I was going to.
1, your boys are too young for that, and 2, sorry for being late, everybody. But are we really fucking Paul's first time back in a while, and we're talking fucking Disney still?
Nah, it was all tied into. We were talking vacations and stuff. I was talking about what you're a proponent of. You do anyway. You always did. Is I'm at the point where I got to bring a friend for Carmine.
Yeah,
rides and shit. But we mentioned you. You know, Kyra was always that for you.
Kyra came with you on every vacation, right? Yeah.
Oh, when they were really, really young, you know.
Well, like I said, yeah, Abe's carrying double the load I am. I'm taking 2. He's chasing 4.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
Yeah, and
now it's much easier. Kids are older.
We had a mother's helper as well. We had a mother's helper. She was like 16 when my kids were really young.
So how did that work, Coop? You brought her on vacation. What did you pay her and pay for her vacation?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds expensive.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, we didn't fly. We didn't fly anywhere.
Things never change. Fucking guys living on a plantation out in fucking complaining about fucking the helper.
Yeah.
You missed you missed his whole in-ground pool, automatic, prior to this.
Everybody has a pool.
But the kid that extra, listen, honestly, outside of a plane ticket, an extra kid on a vacation is barely an expense.
And we didn't fly. We would not fly when we went. That's what I'm saying. It wasn't that expensive.
And for the ease of me not having to go on damn rides, and I can just do what I'm supposed to do, hang out and look at hot chicks while my kids are on rides, it's worth the extra kid, you know?
So Paul, you when you go up north, you go for like a month, right? I went for 4 days. I mean, that was more than enough for me. But you take a very long vacation when you go up there.
Paul does he's a poor snowbird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I stay at people's
snowbirds
houses.
for like a month. Yeah.
Because, there's all these things, Paul, you were showing me. I didn't have a chance to do in 4 days.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to do this for much longer, this long, because my parents don't have their house there anymore. It was easy because where I grew up and where Steffi's mom lives now, they were like 3.5 miles apart. So we would split up sometimes. My parents had a big 4-bedroom house. Her mom only has a 3-bedroom house, and we're all like crammed in one room. It's not really set up for visitors. So I don't know how much longer we're going to do this, or maybe we'll rent something. I don't know. It's hard, but we go up to my brother-in-law's house. He lives upstate. We go up there for a couple of days, and it's set up more for us because they have young kids. They have bunk beds. They have a full finished basement that's good for us. So it's been a blue unicorn.
Did you guys do a What You're Smoking yet?
No, we didn't get there yet. We were waiting for
minutes.
Well, I'm coming up on the last days of summer of soccer, man. Can't believe these 3 months have gone by so fast, but I'm actually lighting up from one of my stashes, an old EX.
ETT?
Yeah, 127. There she is. The original 127. DX. Also, big shout out to our dear friend watching, along with a new KMA fan, from what I understand. Gary and Liz, you're out there hot tubbing, I believe, watching KMA this morning. Cheers to you.
Yeah,
thank you for watching the show.
Yep. I hear
Liz is becoming an avid fan of our show.
That's awesome. That's a perfect thing to watch in the hot tub. You have a cigar, and I have another week or two before I can go in the hot tub again.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for your KMA photo. The guy who I thought would give me the first one.
Wait. This is the same guy who was tasked to do the commercials, and Kevin ended up doing
I did commercials.
It's a good point. That was a good point. That was a good point, Cooper. I didn't even think of that.
Kevin had it. Kevin took it over and did a great job.
Very good point.
What are you guys smoking up?
I got the Perdomo Legacy Connecticut,
nice.
Which I'm in the middle of review cycles with the Legacies right now. These are great cigars. I'll just tell you that.
Wow coffee.
Yep.
What is that one?
Bellas Artis, AJ Fernandez. It's my Wawa coffee.
Ooh. Okay.
There's been a resurgence in that cigar, Alex, in Charlotte, at least at my local shop. It's really taken off again. The Bellas
I take
Artis.
full credit for it. I'm
just saying it really has had a resurgence down here. Yeah.
I still have a couple of those ones. What was it? The El Dorado? Is that what it was, Alex?
El Dorado, yes, very good.
I love that cigar.
Let me put you on a little secret. The AJ Fernandez El Dorado is a Padron Exclusivo light. It really is.
It's a great cigar, and it's not super expensive.
Anco Largo. That's one of my. I'm more of a Fino Largo guy. I like the 6x48.
I got a question for you, a cigar-related question, because I came up against this last week. When you're with friends that are cigar smokers, but not like, into it like we are, I guess, but they still like cigars, and they show up with cigars, and it's a cigar that you don't really want to smoke. Like, do you just take it and smoke it because and not saying that it's a bad cigar, but like,
are you going to light up another cigar in front of him?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah,
I brought my own.
There's really not a cigar I can't tolerate smoking.
So you just smoke it. It's not going to kill you to smoke it, but
no.
I don't come across that problem as much because people who are coming over to smoke. No, it's happened only a couple times. I'm very honest if I don't like it. I'm like, hey, go keep it. It's not really my profile. You enjoy it is what I'll say. But it hasn't. That's maybe happened a handful of times I can think of in my life. So.
You're also in a different,
watching the show. This guy's traveling. Is he watching the show on vacation?
Yes,
that's awesome.
By the way, he's got funny fucking vacation posts. I don't know if anybody follows his page, but he's.
No, I want to. Then that's awesome.
He's got some funny posts.
Have you done any vacations, Abe? this summer or no?
Actually, I've been traveling a lot. No, not all of them are vacations, but no, the summer now, the kids are all older. They're all in camps and they're all in programs and they're all doing shit. So summer's not really like the family vacation month. Sometimes at the end of summer, like a couple summers ago, we just went out and spent like 4 or 5 days over with Rocky in Naples, and we spent the time on a beach, which I find very odd because the beach over there, like going to Naples and going to the beach is like a big experience, but like we live right.
I know.
Like right here,
Naples is great though.
They loved it. They wanted to go back, but no, we didn't do nothing this summer. We're going on a cruise for Thanksgiving, so that's what they're going to get instead of a summer vacation. And then, I'm booking a trip back to Jordan for next summer. It's Petra's last summer. She's taking her SAT the second time this morning. She's out this morning. So I was up early. I was up 6. I ain't gonna lie to everybody, as to why I'm late. But I don't know if it's happened yet to you, to Coop, but it's finally happened to me. You hear about this shit all the time as you're growing up between your mom and your dad and your grandparents. And I joke about it, but now I'm officially an old man, bro.
Yeah.
I got a phantom injury doing absolutely fucking nothing.
I got a couple of those I've had.
Nothing. And, Alex is sitting there going like, what? What are you talking about? Dude, doing fucking nothing. I was walking out of the back of the shop Thursday night. I ain't lying, man. I had in my left hand a smoking bag with 2 bottles of booze I was bringing. And boom, my tricep and elbow almost dropped and broke. I was just carrying the bag, walking out the back door, almost dropped the booze. Luckily, Danny Biggs was by me when I started fucking. He grabbed the bag out of me, and my fucking arm has been fucked up for 2 days.
That's a tendon.
It's something.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah,
that's a tendon. Yeah,
fucking nothing, bro. I was carrying 2 bottles of booze, not even fucking 3 pounds, 4 pounds, and I was up at 6 this morning because Petra wanted to get an early start. I told her, listen, don't wake up late to go to your SAT. Wake up early, have breakfast, get your head fresh. So you
get woken up. Yeah.
Get woken up, yeah. Because the test was at 8 this morning. And Brandy made breakfast or whatever, but I took a little pill because I can't sleep. Keep fucking rolling my arm and shit. So I took a little pill just to kind of help me sleep. And Alex knows I hate taking fucking pills. I seldom do. And usually
it's because of this. Same
because of this. Usually I only do it to go to bed because
you'll be up and live at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll come alive.
Yeah.
So I fucking took a little pill, got up, had your breakfast, saw her off, went and just lied down on the bed for a second. Boom.
Out.
Next thing I know, my son, you must have been blowing up my phone because my son comes in the room. Dad, it's KMA time. I'm like, what?
I only called once.
Good job. I texted
He
too.
saw your call because I left my phone in the kitchen and he saw your call and he woke me up. He came in and goes, yeah, I said, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
And let me tell you something. God bless the kid. I love, he really is about as dumb and as super smart as a kid as I ever met. It blows me away. This kid, before he woke me up, set everything up for me.
Good boy.
Wow. Laptop up, put the fan, got the table unfolded, bought my camera out here and everything. I mean, he's a good boy.
Nice kid, yeah.
How old is he now?
10. It'll be 11. It'll be 11 in September next month. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I remember him being like, a little boy, like a baby, basically.
Oh,
running around like a maniac.
Look at all all the banged up old men in the fucking comments.
Years ago, my grandfather was brushing his teeth.
Dude, stretch, will you? My God, stretch a little bit.
Yeah. Bro, I get professionally stretched, bro.
Yeah, you got to do it every day, Abe. You're old, bro. It comes to getting old. You got to do it every fucking day, man.
It's funny because I'm conscious of it. Because you know what the number one thing I've always heard, how people when they get older they hurt themselves. What do you think the number one action is of getting hurt?
Of getting hurt?
Yeah, like how they like you get a random injury when you get older. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, you're back. Probably lifting something up.
Yeah,
or
lifting or bending. Yeah.
Ready for this? Getting out of bed.
I was going to say getting out of the car or something.
Getting out of bed in the morning. You're stiffened up. And you get out of bed fast. I always in the morning like roll out of bed real slow. It's always in the back of my head. Make sure I don't do any quick jerk movements getting out of bed. And here I am in the middle of the day, 5 o'clock after a full day, shit, coming out of my back office, and boom, my left arm is jacked. I'm wearing.
Do you think you twisted it wrong or something, Abe?
Bro, I was walking.
Hey,
straight,
where did you get that?
This brace?
Yeah,
Amazon.
I need to get
It
one.
looks
I'm
like
dealing
pantyhose.
I bought like 3 of them to see which one.
Yeah, I need to get one. I'm dealing with some golfer's elbow myself. Actually, I can't even. I'm out
Well,
the gym for about a week.
Is it because I get tennis elbow?
No, golf is the inside. I'm dealing with the inside.
Yeah, then you need one like that because I get sometimes this and they make a different brace.
Yeah, the tennis elbows do what they call it the outside. They call it tennis. The inside they call it golf elbow.
You can wear something while you're lifting too, Alex.
Yeah.
Don't they make like
Yeah,
compression
no.
shoes?
I mean the problem is I was locking out lifting, which is bad for your. You don't want to lock all the way. It's bad for your tendons. I had to stop, but it's my fucking elbow hurts, man. I get it. I know it wasn't that bad, but I get it. I can see how.
Fucking getting old sucks.
Yeah.
that is true, Gary Brooks. That is very true. That's the first thing you can do. Dropping weight helps with injuries for sure.
It does.
No, disagree, Charlie. Disagree. You can, slow
No, I'm Alex knows because I started it maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and it was one of the best things that helped me for the Great Smoke because I have sciatica and my fucking leg.
You need to get back in, Abe. You used to go every week.
Bro, she comes to my house twice a week.
Does she? Okay.
Yeah, she's doing the
you
thing
should
where
still
they
have
stretch
you should still have a small routine for the days they ain't there, man. You just get.
I kind of do it on my own. I got. One of the cool things I bought those wheels they're like 4 or 5 sizes. They're all over.
Yeah.
But it's actually good that you lie on your back.
Yeah, you roll the roll.
Oh man, that thing is great.
You put it under your your back and roll.
Well, they got 5 sizes. They all come.
Yeah, the foam rollers. Yeah.
Not the foam rollers. They're hard wheels. They're like a tire. It looks like a tire.
Yeah, but it's like the same thing as the foam. It's the same
foam roller. Yeah, but they got different sizes, so you could focus on like a harder stretch, a smaller stretch, your neck stretch. Those things are actually really good.
When they stretch you, is it like? Do they like lift your leg up in the air? And I could see Abe being like crazy flexible. Like you look at him and be like, he's not flexible, but
I am.
He's bending his leg all the way back.
No, I've always been more flexible than the average guy, but still you tighten up, especially in a desk job and you're sitting a lot of your day,
That's my problem. Yeah.
I'm not on the floor like I used to be, and I don't work in the warehouse like we did in the beginning. So, your shit just always gets tight, and you can stretch yourself, but I'm just telling you because I get it done. Nothing can stretch you like a human being, man. Holy fuck! It's not a relaxing experience. It's a uncomfortable experience. But when she's done, you feel fucking amazing.
That's how I feel with massages. Like I have buddies that are like, I fell asleep in the massage. If I can fall asleep in a massage, it's not a good massage. Like I want them to hurt me, so that because I know an hour later I'll be sore, but it'll feel so much better. I'll be so much looser. I like
different schools of thought of that. Like my wife doesn't like those kind of massages.
No,
if I'm not feeling pain, I don't feel like I'm getting a massage because
absolutely,
I'm thick and you got to go deep tissue, and I don't know if it's bullshit, but my psychology is that pain is what's going to cause the relief because you're hitting the part that needs it, right. And it'll cause the relief. It's like when you get sore after a hard workout. The best thing for you is to go right back to the gym. Work it all out, gets the soreness out. Otherwise, the soreness will actually go away. But I was the type of guy that always kind of kept punching my muscles when I was sore. To feel that pain because I felt like it'll go away quicker.
Yeah, you get a Charlie horse, you punch the crap out of it.
So Gary, it's a funny thing you mentioned that because I like massages, but I don't get them because I really like a deep tissue massage, and it's very hard for me to find somebody that I like. And it's not that I'm homophobic, but I'm just not gonna let a dude rub.
This is where I was gonna ask. This was my next question.
My wife laughs at me for it. I'm just not gonna let a dude rub me up. It's an uncomfortable feeling. It has nothing to do with homophobia.
I'm just saying.
It just makes me uncomfortable.
Listen, I don't care. I'm not even being apologetic about it. No, man, I don't want some dude rubbing on me. I don't know. Do whatever you want. Sorry.
So it makes it hard to find a woman who can get in that deep. And from time to time in my life, I've had one. Like the last one I had was years ago, and she was amazing, Asian lady too. But then she moved, so I had nobody. So at the Great Smoke this year, there was 2 masseuses that we hired. I'd never known them. I had nothing to do with hiring them, and Marissa found them and got them. So I actually hired each one of them. And let me tell you something. Both were good, but one of them, she comes like once or twice a month to my house. She is fucking amazing. Oh,
Really?
my God. Could be the best masseuse I've ever had in my life. She is really good. I got a herniated disc, so my neck is messed up a lot. And my head constantly feels like it's 50 pounds, on your neck. After she comes for 2 or 3 days, I feel the best ever. Like it's weightless. But the fucking last 2 or 3 days, that's the fucking problem. Then it starts weighing in.
Well, I had a girl here at Hand and Stone. Her name was TT. And she was short but thick. That she was the best. But same thing. She moved up to Orlando area. So my wife does the Hand and Stone all the time, and once in a while I'll jump on her membership and get a massage there. But I always ask, like, deep tissue or hard. And I love when they're like, "Is this too hard?" I'm like, "You can't." Even if I'm like tearing up, it's not too hard because I know later it'll be better. But TT, I miss her.
Quote of the day.
I keep saying the same thing, Randy. I see
really
them.
good,
I see them all the time. They're always. I know I got to work out again. I've gained weight since we found out that my wife is pregnant with our fourth. I eat my feelings and anxiety. So it's been bad. I've probably gained 15 pounds.
Daniel, if you know a good one, recommend one, because I see these all the time on social media. I'm so fucking hesitant to buy them because 90% of them are bullshit.
Yeah,
probably fuck you up before they'll help you. But I always see these things where they stretch your neck and whatever. But if you know a good one that you recommend, message me, man.
What about the upside down? Have you ever done that? The chair.
Well, I mean, first off, I used to be 400 pounds.
I was going to say at 400 pounds, I don't think.
Unless it was like a 300-year oak tree, it wasn't happening.
My father-in-law swears by that. He has one upstairs, and you sit in it, and you lean yourself back. It feels good, honestly, but I don't know if it's really doing anything.
AJ has one. Of course, he does. Yeah.
Hanging upside down?
Yes, he has one.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, they call it inversion table. That's right. Oh, no.
I know. I hear that's good for your neck, though. That's how Batman slept in the first Batman. He hung upside down. Remember that?
I think it more had to do with bats than.
I know. I'm just saying.
Then it's sciatic nerve issues.
Anyways, before I forget, just want to put it out there. It's like 7 days left. So there's a private chat group for all the executive Black Card members who achieved Black Card status for Summer Osaka. I haven't looked in a couple of days, but I think there's 14 people sitting on platinum, which means they've placed 2 baller orders for the summer, and they're one order away from getting the Black Card, which, in my universe, if I'm going 2, I mean, I either do 1 or I do 3, but going 2 is like, why?
Yeah.
What do you think the over-under is going to be? And I put a public message out yesterday because I know I'm going to get messages no matter what you do, no matter how many times you try to inform people. We even got an email scheduled to go out specifically to the people sitting at level 2. I'm going to get messages in September saying, "Oh, I didn't understand. Oh, blah, blah, blah." What do you think the over-under is on people who are not going to convert? I think it's 14 last time I looked.
14? That 14. Won't convert?
No, out of 14 who are sitting at platinum, how many you think will
not convert?
Some of them will do it on purpose.
They got a week left.
Some of them probably were hoping to get to 3 and then realize financially it's not.
I'm gonna say half. I think half.
Some are just gonna outright forget, and those are the ones that are gonna haunt.
I think half. I think you'll get 7 out of 7. Got a week left.
What do they need to do to
7
get
out of 14?
They have to place one more ball.
It's got to spend another $1,000 order.
I think it's 12 that are not going to convert. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that's a lot of money.
That's a lot. I mean, I know people love Saka cigars, but that's a lot of cigars still.
Yeah, I just think that, listen, dude, spending $1,000 is a lot of money on cigars. I think if you spent 2, you should hopefully have the kind of money where you could spend $2,000.
That's the problem. That's what
what I'm saying. And if you're spending 2, you might as well spend it 3 if you have that kind of money. Yeah. If you ain't got that kind of, you probably shouldn't have spent 2 to begin with. But we love you anyway.
Probably shouldn't have spent 1.
But let's be, right.
Yeah. You're the Duke. I think it's sold out. really impressive cigar that Steve did for Chris Duke this year. That was an incredible cigar. I know he said it's one and done, but I hope he brings it back.
You know, do you have? Is there any laying around? Do you have a stand? I haven't had one.
I might have a box hidden. I don't know.
They are good.
I mean, how many of you had one, two?
You know what? I probably don't, because what Danny's been fucking doing is he's been finding all my 2, 1, 2, 3 stashes, and then he's going to put them up on Summer of Soccer. There's been like a miscellaneous stuff all the way at the end throughout the whole summer.
Right, we got 2 boxes of this, 3 boxes of this.
No, a box of this and a stick of this, and he's been stealing my fucking stash. So I don't know. I gotta look. He literally been stealing my stash.
Yeah. That's good.
The other one.
Have you smoked one, Abe?
Yeah, when it came in.
It's really good.
Really good cigar.
Really good cigar.
I mean, look. Here's the thing.
I mean, everything you want in a cigar.
Out of any companies, you could spend $1,000 on Dunbarton without, getting like.
But it's
3,000 cigars. I mean, it's expensive cigars. I mean, let's just face it. Especially some of these guys who just got unicorns. I mean, you're basically almost there just on one box of unicorns.
Right.
But it's one of those things where we kind of been doing it now. This is 4th or 5th year, and people continually are getting excited that we hope that, it becomes part of their buying habits, where they just realize is like, look, I'm going to start saving. I'm going to start trying to get my 9 months allocation of Dunbarton during summer of Saka, and then, and then it's not really hard during the summer. It wasn't planned this way, but it just kind of worked out, because with the PCA being in March, a lot of the new releases come out during the summer of Saka.
Right.
And we like when that happens, because that's when, no matter what, most of Steve's fans want to get the new product. So that always helps as a perk. We got our 250th Fratanga in, and we already put an order before. I think we put it online for another 250, because I just knew they were going to be gone, because there were many people who just placed a baller order getting their 10 bundles of Fratanga.
Wow.
8 bundles of Fratanga.
I'm behind on the new releases. I mean, I if I smoke a cigar a week, it's good, but I try to take that time. But I also I get nervous that I'm gonna have something that I don't like, and I'd rather, I know this is the one time this week I'm gonna be able to sit and smoke a cigar. I want to smoke something that I know I love. So I usually when we would come into the office, when Adam was there or when Alex was there, one of them would be like, what you would like, because I know Alex and I have similar profiles, taste profiles, and Adam and I very much had very similar taste profiles. So I knew that if Alex was telling me that I should try something, that him and I like the same types of cigars. So but that's my dilemma lately, is that when I go and buy cigars, I'm kind of nervous to buy something that I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm
right. You don't know, right?
Alex, do you have any of these in your stash? I'm gonna bring you one. I mean, this is from Brandy's Humidor.
What is that? The 127?
Original, yeah, original 127 from the Great Smoke. Now I'm really curious. I want to go smoke a number 127 to really see if they smoke differently, because I haven't had this in forever. Fucking good.
Yeah,
this is really, really good.
I like that. Was 127.
That's from
was a fave. That's the box
last year or 2 years.
2, 3 maybe. I get blended.
I know. I know. 2 or 3.
I'm sure the age
was a good one.
I don't know. I'm not a. I mean, Paul probably not, but Alex, do you really specifically care or
age?
Yes.
No. And also, I'm not the only reason that cigars in my humidor age is because maybe they're a little more special. Maybe I want to save them for. I don't save cigars to age, if that's the question. No.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people do, and that's cool. I just don't. I don't.
Because I don't want.
Yeah, I save because I don't want to just smoke it because I'm sitting here playing video games at the computer. Maybe I'll a little more of an occasion. But I'm not a. What about you, Cooper?
Big into it. Bear and I are actually part of our show is we do something called an aging experiment, where we take cigars, buy them, smoke them 6 months later, 12 months later, and see how they change. It's a lot of fun. I find some cigars, the aging has a negative effect. and others it has a positive effect. It's kind of it's a fun thing to do. It is a little pain in the neck to do. I won't lie to you, because you gotta know when you bought them, how long they're aged, keep the humidors.
So that's what it is.
It's work. It is work. Yeah.
That's literally what it is. Because like I used to have pipes, and the reason why I threw out all my pipes, gave them away, is pipe smoking is like a fucking job.
It's work. It's a job. When you pipe smoke,
job.
you're doing
It's a lot of work. It is.
Once a year, I smoke my pipe. Once a year when it's cold.
I think if I started keeping track of aging and doing this and doing it, then it becomes like a job.
It is.
It takes away from. I just want to relax and chill.
You have to enjoy it. If you enjoy it, that's great. If it's not for you,
there are people that enjoy that work. They find it, therapeutic and whatnot. But now it becomes a job. So I'm not into the aging thing. Now I will tell you this: I do notice when cigars taste differently because of age. Like I've experienced that. But do I go out of my way to age something? Absolutely not.
I just find that I like very full-bodied cigars, but I don't like a lot of pepper. I don't like the sharpness of a cigar. And I find if I leave those cigars for a couple of months, they mellow. The bite mellows out, but they're still a full-bodied cigar.
I don't think people understand this. That's literally what the aging process does to a cigar.
Right.
You're not going to get a stronger cigar. If you have a strong cigar, it's going to mellow out.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's good.
It's just think of a good Italian dish or something, right? When you put it in the fridge for 3 or 4 days and go eat it later. All the tobaccos when they're fresh rolled, they're all completely different components, which is what creates the complexity of a cigar when you're smoking it, right? They're all completely different components. As they sit, this is a natural product that has absorption qualities. They meld, and you go from a very complex cigar over time to a more linear cigar. Like this is going to smoke here to this, and it's pretty much not going to change through.
But there are some cigars that are released and they're not ready for prime time.
There's absolutely that. There's also there's also like to me, Pete Johnson cigars age really well. Whatever it is, there's something about the Twice cigars are made to age well.
Every Pete cigar I review just gets better. Sure. Like if it's reviewed a year later, is what I find. Yeah,
I agree.
But on the flip side of that, there's no such thing as an aged Padron. There's no reason. I have
15-year aged 64s. I don't even want to smoke. They're unsmokable, and I don't want to throw them out.
You basically aged them out. You basically aged them out. They love it because they think, oh my God, a 15-year-old Padron. But at this point, you basically aged them out. They aged out.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we had millenniums in our humidor.
Yeah, but Millennium was a whole different thing. That was aged before it got to you. They were sitting on that tobacco from 1999. That was,
That's true. So
but I don't think there's anybody talking about it been aging this box of Exclusivos since 05.
However, you guys do have a vintage room. And I have had some very good cigars out of that vintage room.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. I love picking. I don't say. Yeah.
I recently came across something I don't know what I'm gonna do with.
Oh really?
Just found it the other day. Almost went fucking ballistic.
Oh God, I wonder what it could be because I'm usually. Actually, I haven't been up on them drawers lately. And
it was in the RV room. They found it underneath. They didn't know what to do with it. So they put it into the back humidor cabinet and didn't see nothing.
Humidor. What's the back
humidor? The back room. Yeah. I don't want to say liquor room because people don't think it's humidified.
So they found it buried in one place and they went and buried it in another place.
And not addressed it and didn't tell me.
So then you go back there and you see it there?
Okay, so literally, I went into that room to grab a couple bottles because I joined a club recently. I wanted to put a couple bottles in my locker there, right? So I grabbed a couple bottles to take with me, and that's when I found them. So if I don't go in that room, these fuckers probably sit there for another fucking 3 years.
I'm so intrigued because, all right, I know it can't be Opus because we already went through that debacle. I know.
You won't believe me when I tell you, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them.
That was the first thing that came to mind. It was some Opus.
I guarantee you a lot of people who follow us won't even know what it is. The new people. You had to have been following us for fucking. You had to have been like really a fan of Smoke-In for.
Well, I can say this, folks. Normally, when there's something that Abe doesn't know what to do with, you could probably expect a raffle coming your way soon.
No, I wouldn't raffle them. Dude, there's part of me who's just thinking about keeping them.
All right, now I need you to text me.
I don't know. I'm gonna say what it is. I don't
I'm
know.
curious.
I don't know how many I have because it was way up high, but I saw them. Like, is that what I fucking think it is?
What
and
is
I
it?
start, and then you know me. I start calling everybody. Hey, come here. Where the fuck did those come from? Are those the, and everybody's like, oh well, but they're SI-15s.
Wow.
Oh yeah, you got a ton of those.
Padrones?
No, I don't got a ton of them.
Wait, the Padrone
bro, they
SI-15?
haven't been in the rear and vintage room for years.
Who? Me? Yeah. I've been in.
No, they haven't been out for years. There was one box left. I think.
With the Padrones?
Yeah.
There was bundles. I thought underneath.
That's where they found a couple bundles underneath.
Yeah, there's bundles underneath.
But they haven't had them out on the shelf years ago.
They're not filled in the boxes.
No, years ago there was one box left. Nobody said they had more, and I just took it because I didn't have one, and that was the last of it.
They were out during the Great Smoke.
Maybe somebody found them and put them out there in the Great Smoke, and they sold the
and
box.
they never refilled them, or
because it's been gone.
Yeah, because they were out.
So all I could see was like 2 or 3 bundles up there.
When are those from?
I don't have a box to put them in, so I can't put them back out.
2000. Oh, they got rid of the box. Because that's the thing. There was a box up there, and there was bundles.
When we made the SI blends back in the day, I had each of the manufacturers make me some in bundles that we didn't put in boxes. We didn't sell because I always had in my head I was going to do this. Like after I got to 10, I was going to make a collector set. So I didn't.
Well, which we did. Yeah, you made the 10.
Yeah,
that
we
was
made
nice.
the collector set, but we had extra of everything, and this is the last of anything extra. I got some SI-15s.
It's a shame people don't understand. That's one of those sets you can't reproduce.
No.
Yeah.
Can't be reproduced. If you have one of those sets, man.
I got one. I got one
That
hidden.
set cannot be reproduced. If you have an old smoke-in micro blend collector set.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think that was my first.
There were some gems in there.
I think that was my first packaging project ever.
The cassette. We were talking about the Dunkel a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dunkel.
Yeah.
And Dunkel was the worst release out of the whole set. And then 10 years later, everybody went ballistic over it. Like 8 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was a great cigar.
It was.
I like the
cigar.
Dunkel.
I'm not, yeah, I mean that and the Pactum I thought were exceptional. And the El Hio, of course.
I know what the problem with Pactum was because Dion just really didn't want to work on anything. So no matter what private thing he did, Dion wanted them all to say selection
Cigars Privé, yeah,
Cigars Privé, which is like
yes.
No, so I really had to fight to let him call ours Pactum, but it still looked like the Privé cigars, and it didn't really catch anybody's eye, but it was a great cigar.
Oh,
it really was. It's a shame.
It was a great cigar. Yeah,
it really
was an excellent cigar.
I remember drinking one at the shop with a Guinness.
Oh, Dunkel now.
No, Dunkel. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
went back to Dunkel. Okay. Yeah, threw us off. I got it. I apologize.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, Paul.
You know, Abe, you probably should have known when you had Pete Hernandez and Adam and Lederhosen and Pompano for the Dunkel.
Oh man.
That was the Dunkel release, right?
Pete Hernandez. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
But what a strange phenomenon, man. A cigar that, missed the mark and then caught wildfire years later. 5, 6, 7.
What happened was we were sitting on so much of it that I threw it as a bonus cigar. Because
the Christmas cigar, yep. It was the first Christmas cigar, I think.
I think it was the first Christmas cigar. At that time, we had so many new patrons. A lot of them never even heard of it.
Right.
It was
saw it the first time around. They got the cigar and they discovered it. And then whatever we had left online didn't last a month or two after that. It was gone.
Was the Drew Estate, was the Pope of Greenwich Village? Was that one of your? That was one of the first cigars I smoked of smoke-ins when I went to the shop when I first moved here. Honestly,
I think that was the last of the original 10. Was that the last one, right, Abe?
That was number 10.
That was
number 10. Right? Yeah. That was
so
the last,
my first time in the West
collector set.
When I first moved into the villages over there, I went into Smoke-In, and I bought some of those, and I forget what else I bought, but that was one of the first of your microblends here that I ever had.
In fact, Alex, you're gonna have to do a little research for me and get Danny the updated list. I think it's on your computer somewhere because we lost track of
Oh yeah,
number.
we're due.
Well, because we got one dropping next month.
We're due.
A new microblend, And
somewhere around 19 or 20.
I think it's 20 or 21. Because I know we count the Padron one as one, even though it's Maduro and natural. We count it as one
Red
microblend.
Meat Lovers is
Red
one.
Meat Lovers is only one. The original release. So you got to get it to Danny because we got another one dropping next month. We got a couple good projects coming up this year. Really, man. I'm going to tell you. I got a good project coming up with Rocky. I got a good project coming up with Nick Fusco. I'm super excited about.
That's exciting. Nick Fusco's El Mago Cigars. For those.
Well, wait till I tell you this project, man. I thought of it on the car rides to Fort Lauderdale. Joey started it in the chat, and I'm like, I got a perfect idea for this, and Nick's all excited about it. I think this is going to be.
I like Nick.
I like
He's
Nick
a great
too.
guy.
I like Nick as well. Great guy.
Super nice guy.
Great
The
guy.
cigars are good too.
He's
And
really.
You know who's really hot on their cigars is Kim Keeney. She loves them.
Pausers like it too.
Yeah.
Look,
like
it's built a good foundation amongst our fans and our culture and our fan base. A lot of them have really liked the El Mago brand.
Yeah, listen, I got to tell you, you got to give that guy credit. I got to give Jeff Groover credit behind the scenes for the Florida area. But, I mean, this is literally a guy who could have been any local, like any other local guy in Miami making cigars. But one chose to do it right with a quality product and really just hit it and stayed on it, man. Like, I mean, this guy I think he was in a couple shops, down here when we brought him in and they worked it. And, now the guy's a recognizable brand,
I don't know.
The branding is great too.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know how many years we've been carrying the brand now, but I gave Nick
2
or 3.
Longer than 2,
maybe.
Yeah,
I think it was longer because we had him
Longer
on
than
the show
2.
when I was still full time on the show for the first time.
Yeah, it's got to be close to 4.
he
this
launched.
No.
Yeah, it's over 3.
I'm going
Because I booked
He
him.
launched in like 22. It looks like I'm looking on Coop when we first covered him because we were very early on with him. He September 22 is when we got the official launch notes. He might have been out before that. So I think the grandparents died in 2021.
So I really gave him $1 million idea. Like, I still think it's brilliant. I mean, it's only, I don't know if he looked at it all or thought about it, but I think it would really, really work for him. I'm really hoping that I'm going to try to talk to him again about it because I think it would work great. But, I kind of edged him to kind of do the old Grey Cliff model, but Grey Cliff just sucked at it, and they just became horrid. But he's got a historic hotel right there in Miami. So, man, you got to find yourself a little corner of that hotel, put yourself 2 or 3 rollers there, and make cigars at that hotel.
Yeah,
and you sell that line only at that hotel.
Right.
So no matter where there are fans, if they want that hotel version, it's sold only at your line.
Yeah.
And then, because you always got downtime, and then you can make one annual release. So you have them make cigars all year. When they got time and they're caught up, you just make this one line. So you could hoard yourself like 1,000 boxes or 2,000 boxes worth, and you do an annual drop national for it. I just think it would be such notoriety. It would make his hotel a more destination place. It'd be a nice tourist place when you're down in Miami. I just thought it was brilliant. And I don't know. I never talked to him about it again after our initial visit, but I really hope he would do that.
October 23, we got him. October 23. It's been not even 2 years. I'm telling you, man, the guy is.
Wow. Yeah. Feels longer.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, he really went from a little Florida to really stamped himself, like I said, to the point it feels like it's been around longer than he has.
When he was at the 24 trade show was his first one.
Right.
He was really the star of the show. He was a revelation of the show that year. That booth, we had trouble getting to him at that booth. We could not get an interview with him at that booth, and not because he wouldn't give us the time. He was that busy. And it was a big every time we were there, there was a big retailer in there looking at that brand, placing orders.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a little break now. We'll be back after the break with more information. Is this the last week that we be airing the summer soccer commercial, or is there one more Saturday in here? There might be one more Saturday.
Well, here's the. I guess we'll have the discussion on air next week's Labor Day.
I'm in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Well, best of next week, folks. And it's Labor Day weekend.
I'm in Chicago. But this watch that we're giving away at the end of this month
is so exciting.
The black one is very limited. Like that's both Steve and I wanted this watch when we were looking at the watches. We wanted it.
But there was only one, right?
No, there was none. He said we couldn't get them.
It was none.
It was on the website with time.
And then he had one.
Get them. Then he found one at a guy. Coop, what's going on?
I was just going to my son. Come in.
Okay. But this black watch in the upcoming last time running this month's summer soccer commercial is extremely limited and will be given that way September 2nd, I think is the monthly drawing, and then the 4th we're doing the epic ending. So we'll be right back after this, everybody. Don't go anywhere and keep it lit. Don't miss out. You're definitely going to want your chance at winning some epic. Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smokin's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month, I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium, handmade, name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. Sure. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month that they wanted to know there was a way they can get 2. And we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course it have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, Every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you, so you want to come and get some more, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
Yeah, well, great. It's perfect.
Hey, everybody. Honest Abe here, back with KMA Talk Radio and our crew. Alex the Goat Tavella, William the Scoop Cooper, sitting in our special guest host, the Italian Scallion is back. Paul DeGrocco.
What's up, Paul?
It's exciting.
Like you never left, Paul. Sitting right in.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, but he's not doing the buttons though. He gets like the fucking,
Oh my God, it's the dream. I'm sitting there. I got
show up, come in, hang out.
Bathroom. I can go to the right bathroom at the break.
He's a guest. He also doesn't get paid anymore, so.
He's a guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. What else?
I was just trying to catch up on the chats because when I'm playing the commercials, I can't see any of the comments.
So Alex, you're not running the commercials. Abe is running everything.
I run this. Alex runs the ads. Which, by the way, you've been running. I'm psychologically inept. I'm not. Oh, you forgot?
You know what's funny? Normally I do when you ask me, and I'm like, yeah, dude, the whole show. I didn't run one this whole show.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
We had shows like, bro, you run the ads. Yeah, bro.
I'm like every single one.
I haven't noticed.
This is the one where you're right.
That's funny.
So,
Alex I do the commercials because he's got to run to the bathroom break.
Yeah, I got to piss.
So you're telling me that it takes 2 people to do the job I did?
No,
that's how good
Alex
I was.
Got to go to the bathroom. I cover for him.
Yeah, just go to the. I could take. I could rush it with the. So when he's not here, I know, cigar of the month. I got about 2 minutes 30 seconds. Summer soccer commercial. I got about 2 minutes. You kind of get. And I keep the headphones in my ear. But otherwise, he runs.
We had one at one point that was like 3 minutes or almost 4 minutes.
You got time. Yeah.
Oh man.
Abe's got the bladder of a camel. I can't compete with him.
I really do. No,
do you drink a lot though, Abe? Like he's not one of these guys that carries around a water bottle.
No, but he's sipping. Listen, dude, I watched Abe do 5 hours at a great smoke before he was able to stand up and take a break, and then sit down for another 3 hours.
About 7.5.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think at the 5 hour mark, you got to take a minute and then was back in the chair for 3 more hours.
Michael and I were splitting fucking protein bars.
Literally.
Yeah, he always brings a stash with him. Actually,
yeah, protein bars. Yeah. Oh, speaking of great smoke.
It's only 6. It's getting close.
It's coming
6 months.
It's getting close.
It's coming up. So
and
it's in my calendar.
By the way, 600 is really coming close.
588. We are.
Yeah, we're getting very close to that.
Bro, 600. We're at 588. That's fucking 10 weeks.
Yeah, we're 12 away. Yeah, man.
It's 3 months.
Yeah, man.
We might be up there for longest show. I think it was second, but
Garofalo's only longer running one, or we were.
Garofalo's probably the only one ahead of us right now. I don't think anyone else has hit the 600.
Well, I mean, listen. I don't go by number of shows because like some of these guys are doing like 2 shows a week.
Yeah.
3 shows a
week.
By
years.
I go by years. I don't know who's first, Dave or myself. It was close.
It was very close. It
might have been in the same year. It might have been the same year.
Yeah, Coop formed in 2010, but we didn't have a show back then. So
I know the other day's been long gone, or he ain't doing shit now anymore.
Yeah, that's not.
We did this once. We figured it out one time.
I know I think there's only 3 shows that have gone over 500 that I know of. The third one was a guy named Stogie Fresh who kind of just disappeared.
Well, Coop, you did 500 in the first year. You do like 8 shows a week.
No, but we again, they're different brands.
Different brand shows.
Yeah, we're hitting 350 on Coop on Thursday actually on the main show.
Coop is so popular now that I'm like weirded out when I see Dojo on and Coop's not a guest on Dojo. You've been on that show a lot. I've seen anytime they have a panel show, you're on.
When Eric, because Eric's the kind of guy when I need something from him, he's there. So if he asks me to come on, I come on if I can. Yeah, he's been very, very good friend of mine.
I heard it was a good show last night.
It was, but yeah, it was a good show. It was building like a fantasy company, and I lost the popular vote. I had no shot at that. But
you always will.
I always will. Well, I was up against Reamer, Juan, and Eric. I had no shot.
What was the question? I heard a little bit about this. I find it funny.
You had to form a cigar company and pick a factory you were going to work with, a farm, like a face of the brand.
Give us a little synopsis. Who was the factory that won?
Okay, let me pull it up here. I have it.
Pull it up. I'm curious.
All right. So, for farm, Reamer picked Fernandez. I picked Perdomo. And then Juan and Eric picked Plasencia.
All right, 3 reputable companies. Can't really say shit wrong about any one of those 3. You're all right in my book. How about what else? What was the next category?
Factory. So Reamer picked Perdomo. We couldn't pick the same company twice, right? So
that's good.
So Reamer picked Perdomo. I picked Plasencia. Cancel picked Fernandez, and Sensei picked Fuente.
Nobody picked Padron.
No, Padron didn't get picked at all in this show, and neither did Saka, which I was surprised. Because then there was a blender category, and then Reamer and Hector picked Hector. Reamer and Juan picked Hector. I picked Julio Aroa, and since I picked Malolo.
Hector who?
Alfonso.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was the other choices?
I picked Malolo. No, I'm sorry. Since I picked Malolo, I picked Julio Aroa.
All right, respectable.
There were like 10 categories. I'll give you another interesting one. Face of the company. So this is like the main guy you're gonna have out there, and
Did anybody pick themselves?
Yes. So Reamer picked.
Go ahead.
Reamer picked Carlito. I picked Rafael Nadal. Since I picked Herklotz, and who do you think Juan picked?
Himself.
Juan.
Of course.
We see how well that's working for him.
What a rough face.
So there was a retailer category, a retailer you want to partner with. So Reamer picked his wife's store, which I can understand.
Yeah, if you wanted to fucking go to bed that night for sure.
Exactly.
I picked Smoke Inn.
Good man.
One picked Smoke Inn, and since I picked Casa de Monte Cristo.
They got their benefits.
Yeah.
They got more.
But you know what's interesting is I said, Abe, I need a guy I know who I can partner with and trust, and could do events. Can't miss events, and that's why I went with. It was a no-brainer with Smoke in there. Not because I'm playing favorites here, but it was a no-brainer. So.
Well, I definitely think we would definitely have to be in the top 3, maybe.
Yeah, one was wearing a Smoke-In shirt last night. So that was interesting.
I could think of 2 other.
There are. I mean, believe me, there are others. Like I would.
Off the top of my head, I could think of 2.
Two others. Yeah.
It just depends because there's a lot of great retailers on a local level that you don't hear about because they're not doing anything on a national level. So
that's exactly what my pick is.
National level, it becomes a very smaller pool.
Dave can do an event. There's no question. Dave Garoppolo can do an event.
Jeff can do an event.
Jeff can do an event.
I was going to say Jeff didn't even get mentioned.
Craig Cass is excellent, but he's more local.
He's a local guy.
But Craig puts on a great event, I'll say that.
Seeing Craig Cass right now in the air, most people didn't even know who I was talking to about.
Craig Cass is one of the best out there, yeah.
I just thought the whole situation was funny. Like one of the panelists owns a cigar company and literally did this. And now they're talking about how to build the best. So he should have picked everything that he picked.
Well, look at who he picked. He picked AJ Fernandez, who makes his cigars, some of his cigars. He picked Hector Alfonso, blends his cigars. And he picked himself. I'm going
to tell you something. He was 100% honest because that's what any guy would do when they start their own company. Pick what they think is the best. And that's what he's operating with.
Yeah.
They don't make any of the protocol cigars at La Zona anymore?
They used to, but AJ's got it down pat.
It's too much, yeah.
AJ's been doing more of them lately. More and more of that stuff's moving over to AJ, I've noticed. It used to be just 601, but now it's a lot more than moving over to that factory. Yeah.
Well,
and I think they get really good tobacco there, yeah.
Don't they make Murcielago too?
Yeah.
Doesn't AJ make that?
AJ reblend. Yeah, the black and silver is an AJ.
Yeah.
All the knuckle sandwich stuff comes out of San Latano.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a good factory. It's a good factory. They got excellent tobacco. Probably they get better tobacco through AJ, but they have to make it at AJ.
You see, that's where you become a good businessman. When a guy like Eric Espinosa can see that, hey, I mean, look, nothing against Eric Espinosa, but how are you going to compete or compare yourself to a guy who's been running a factory forever?
Yeah,
and is one of the best at it with unlimited resources. You know, and
he said that on the air. He said that to us. He's like, "There's stuff I cannot get. You have to get it through AJ."
Yeah. It's like they can't bring the AJ tobacco down to Lozona. That's pretty much, I think, if they want that tobacco, it's got to be made up at San Latano.
Smart.
It's smart. And look, they're getting good tobacco. AJ's got great tobacco. There's no question about that.
There's my man, the bread man. Love this guy.
Craig,
I hope you can muster TGS this year, Craig.
Yeah, absolutely.
I haven't seen him in a while.
We need some Philly. We need some Philly.
Oh yeah. Need some Entenmann's bread down here.
I have to let the dog in if you can't hear the noise. She's begging to get in. I apologize.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Something's never changed.
My
dog out here?
Never change.
MJ, you out here? No, she must have went back. Oh, you
are. Things never change.
Come here, say hi to everybody. Come on. There she is.
Oh, you still have the two, right?
Yeah, MJ and Kobe.
Oh.
Say hi to everybody.
Wow, I love the coloring on that. Dog.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Yeah, she's a good pepper. Well, it's funny. He's the opposite. He's majority black with spots of white, and they're brother and sister. So, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Look at them.
You good girl? Yeah.
Look at it.
How the kids doing with the dogs, Abe? Do they take responsibility for them? And
Yeah.
Good.
Yep. I haven't had to walk the dog in forever now.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. Zara, well, yeah, they get up early for school, so it works for them. Zara and Asher split the morning duty, and the two older ones split the night duty of walking.
Oh, that's right, because you don't have any grass in your backyard, do you? You couldn't just send them out in the back.
No, we could. There's a screen in the patio here. We just got to go behind the hedges that surround the pool, but we just walk them in the front.
Within the fence, like within the inside.
Not within the screened area. We got to go outside the screened area.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
Yeah, new guy.
Yeah, we got a new guy.
I'm the only one with no pet, guys. I have a no pet policy.
How can you have a no pet policy? They're the best.
Listen, I get it. It's a lot. Life's a lot easier without a pet.
With my job and having 4 kids, it was really tough. That would be really tough on my wife because I traveled a lot, especially when they were younger. So it's hard. My daughter now and her husband have 3 dogs. So
I'll tell you.
We only have 2.
So my kids really wanted a dog. So we got a dog a while ago, and we got a golden doodle. And my first dog that I had here before we were pregnant, I was single. Sunny opened up every store with me. She went to the shop with me every day. She was trained. The dog was never on a leash. She was amazingly trained. But I trained her myself. I had time. If I went out drinking and got home at 1 a.m. and I didn't train her that day, I would go in the parking lot 45 minutes to 2 a.m. and train the dog, do her session with her. And she was great. But, they wanted a dog. I got a dog. And, this golden doodle was like a horse in like 4 months. I mean, I couldn't take this dog to work with me. I don't have a place at work like I used to. And the kids weren't taking care of it. The kids were not taking care of the dog. I'd come home, the dog be in the, in the little locked up area all day. They didn't feed her. They forgot to walk her. I'm like, you guys can't do this to the dog. So we ended up giving that dog away.
Oh.
Had to, bro, for the sake of the dog.
Well, yeah, it's the right thing. It was the right thing.
Found a local lady. One of the ladies that works in my office knew a lady that had a dog, was looking for another dog. We went, we visited them. Her dog got along with our dog, and we gave her away. So when they started talking about getting dogs last year, I looked at my wife. I said, "Listen, we are not getting a dog. Last dog we got, I had to give away." My wife. I think my wife who was not a proponent of getting another dog, really wanted it. I think she got into the syndrome of like all the little kids are not babies anymore, right? So she wanted like her. She's like, no, I'm home now. The kids are older. I don't have to drive them around anymore. Petra's driving now. Let's get a dog. And I got to tell you something. They've all stepped up. Dogs.
That's great.
Yeah, they're all taking care of the dogs. They all feed the dogs. They all walk the dogs. Dogs not waiting for me to come home from work at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. So no, it's been great. And
they learned.
I've always had one dog, and when we went to go, we were supposed to go get just MJ. But, I'm looking at this fucking cute other dog. What are you going to do? Leave him under a litter by himself, brother and sister? So we took two, and I'm going to tell you something. I wish I'd always gotten two dogs at the same time.
It's so great for them.
It is, dude. They are best friends. And what's funny is if you punish one, so we have a little area before the laundry room. The kids used to have their computers in there and whatnot. But back when we had our last dog, who was eating through drywall and everything, we had it walled up, from waist down with like a hard, nice, wall.
RPF or whatever it's called.
No, it's actually good quality stuff, but it's like tile, from the floor. Yeah. I mean, you can't chew it. So we got a little gate in that area, and when we leave the house, where it's large enough, there's two beds in there for them, they're comfortable. It's large enough, but that's like their area, right? So if one of them gets in trouble, we just put them in there. If they do something wrong or whatever, the other one goes and sits right outside the fucking gate. Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's cool getting two. I'm glad we bought them both out.
So my last dog that we had to put down, she and the one that was just with me, JD, they were best friends. When Nala died, we weren't going to get another dog, but we noticed that JD was kind of lonely. Like, even though she had been alone way before we had Nala, JD's 14 now. So we got the puppy. She's sleeping already because our friend brought her puppies and tired her out. But the puppy likes the older dog way more than the older dog likes the puppy. But like when we leave the house, when we do actually leave, it's way better for them to have, like, they're not alone. I don't know. I fully support having two dogs. Having one is almost lonely.
They keep themselves occupied. They play, they run around, they chase each other. It's great. And let me tell you something. I bought this thing, Alex. I don't know if your dog becomes like a fetcher, because she doesn't fetch. She'll just run back and forth him. But Kobe, if you throw a ball, you're fucked. He will come, throw it on your lap, He'll want to play fetch for hours. I found this thing. It's actually really cool, man. It's like 2-inch tennis balls, and you just drop them in the machine.
Oh, I've seen those.
Bro, it self-propels. So he goes, fetches it, he brings it back, he drops it in the fucking machine, and he's hilarious. It starts revving up, and he hears a sound, so he starts backing up, looking for it. And it shoots right over his head, and he goes crazy. It's one of the coolest things. That's cool. Your dog becomes a fetcher, let me know. I'll send you the link for it. It was fucking
send me the link.
What's your dog's name, Alex? I didn't know that you got a pup.
Khan.
And it's
Khan,
a pity mix?
As in Genghis Khan. No, he's a boxer. He's a purebred boxer.
Oh, that's going to be a dog you're going to want to really fucking run, man.
And
he'll be that's what I'm saying. He'll be a fetcher, and I got the RAs. It's cool with the black ones because they're not actually black. It's just super, super dark, deep brindle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you'll
they almost look
like the brindle come out.
Yeah, like in the light, you kind of see it a little bit as they get. Yeah, it's cool.
If I was ever forming a sports team, for the name of my team, it would be the Boxers. And I'd want that dog logo. I think it's a good boxing. It really is a good looking. I think it'll be a great team name too. Yeah,
they're great family dogs. Boxers. Yeah. And people don't think that, but they are very good with children.
Yeah.
No, it's not. They're not hard to train. They're hard
smart,
to keep up as far as activity. No, you got to keep them active. Like you got to spend time.
They're hard to train in the fact that they're so active. Like because I had a boxer and I had a golden and. Doodles and whatnot, and there are certain breeds like the golden where they're really into what you want to teach them. So if you try to teach them something, the dog's very receptive. They really want. Boxers didn't care. Now you could train them, and I got this guy to do like basic shit, like sit, come, stay, all that kind of shit. But like anything like, anything like, nah, dude, he didn't want to do it. I'm gonna go run. He wasn't gonna do it.
That's like I'm in the stage where you're like, okay, who's helping, who's doing what? I'm in the stage of okay, nobody do fucking any. Well, no, I don't want them to do anything right. I need everybody not to do anything. Don't give them any extra fucking treats. Don't try to teach him to sit. Don't try to do. Yeah. I can't keep a fucking time frame. I'm trying to time when he's got a shit. I didn't know that you fucking fed him half a pound of treats 20 fucking minutes ago. That kind of shit. But that's why I do, like, when we go outside, no, you piss or you shit, and then we fucking play. Otherwise, I'm not going to get you, because, like you said, the energy level is just there.
Puppies are hard, man. Yeah. Puppies are arguably harder than a newborn baby, in my opinion. Because newborn babies are easier. You just put them down. Puppies just get into everything.
I mean, especially newborn baby, also fucking diaper, whereas, you're not diapering the dog. And then you also can't be like, You can't be negative when they poop because you don't want them to get scared and then start eating their shit.
Just got back from
Hi,
her
Petra.
just got back from her SAT and look what daddy caught.
Yeah, my girl.
Love you too. Don't worry about it. You already got a good first score. You take it agaga
You take the best of both scores, right? You just take the
Well,
best
they really don't do.
My kids did the ACTs.
What do you mean super score?
They got higher on the ACTs.
Well,
Yeah, they struggle with SATs, but they went ACT.
You can't do that. Get the fuck out of here. You know they could do that?
do what?
Wait, you know what super score is? I never heard of this. You just told me this.
Hey, when I took the SATs, they went up to 1600.
That was what we
I don't
took,
even
yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't even know what it is anymore.
Still 1600. Still 1600. But
No,
listen,
it's not. No, it's not.
yes, it is.
It went back. It went back to
Oh,
it.
did it go back? Did it go back? Okay, it went
But
back.
you were just telling me, like, if you score really good on math on this test, but then you take it like 2 months later and you score really good on comprehensive, what you could use your best comprehensive from one testing period and
Yes.
your best math.
Really?
You could do that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
did.
yeah.
You just submit
Yeah.
the scores separately, from what I
I
remember.
just was not taking it again. There was no chance. Luckily, I took it.
I
the
took
first
it
time.
once. I took one shot, and that was it. They have this thing, the PSAT, which is another thing. That's a waste. It's the
That was
Right,
when we were
right.
young. That was a prep.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we
was just
didn't- I
getting more
didn't take
money.
that.
That was just getting more money for standardized tests.
I may have only taken once, but you were able to do that. But I did like crazy on the the comprehension part, and I did not do that great on the math.
What's becoming kind of
Honestly.
a non sequitur is ACTs. Nobody even talks about
See,
it.
my kids took the
Right,
ACT.
right, that's what
My
I
kids
said,
took them
isn't
though.
ACT was the important one when I was growing up.
In the Northeast, it was the SAT, but when we moved to North Carolina, the ACT had a lot more importance. It seemed like.
In Illinois, ACT was the one to take.
I don't think I took the ACT. I don't remember it.
It was a little wider than just verbal and math. But my kids did better on the ACTs.
Do you remember your SAT scores?
I didn't do great. I got 1190.
I think I got a 13.
I did 1150.
Yeah.
13, I think it was either 1280 or 1320, or it could have been both.
I was 1280.
And I think it was a big difference. I think I was 700 on math and 490 on the verbal. It was a big
So I
difference.
did the opposite. I had almost a perfect score on the verbal and way lower on the math.
So I submitted mine separate. I took it once, but I submitted them separate. I remember I had to submit both separate categories, and the verbal thing dinged me in some areas.
But I was a terrible student.
Me too.
I wasn't a good student.
We had another thing in New York.
Were you a bad student? Were you a bad student I was a bad student because I was a procrastinator and I was lazy, but I got straight A's through my entire career because I learned how to manipulate the system.
Paul,
So you cheated.
No, I never cheated. I didn't read books I enjoyed reading as in my youth. I hated reading when they told me to read.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. I had a junior year, first period chemistry class. Okay. This is probably when I started developing sleep apnea and I didn't know what it was, right? So I had a first period junior and I could not stay awake. My problem is in that chemistry class, I was in the fucking front row. I mean, like, right
can't secretly sleep.
Every class, I'd be like, stay up. And this motherfucker would slam the fucking table every time I dozed off, man. So I couldn't sleep. And then I had history with Mr. Cazzola, God rest his soul, great guy. But I sat like way in the back. Bro, I opened up my book, I did this, and I slept every fucking history class for a fucking year. Literally for a fucking year, man. And I fucking probably cheated my way through almost every test. I'd be like, that looks like CDBAD. CE. I mean, terrible. I was a terrible student.
Paul, did you have Regents exams?
Yeah.
In New York. So that was a requirement we had in New York, something called a Regents exam you had to do. It was a standardized test in certain subjects, and that was required. I think they're getting rid of it, I heard, finally. But
Okay.
they were and you got, if you scored well enough on a certain amount of Regents, you got what's called a Regents certification on your diploma.
I have a Regents diploma.
I have a Regents diploma as well, but those tests,
I don't think it meant anything.
And you take those tests at the end of the year, and they already had your grades in kind of for this year, so it really didn't count for your grade, but you still had to pass them.
It didn't. It was a New York State thing, and then I remember, but based off of those Regents scores, I think that's how you got placed in AP classes, which gave you college credit.
Yeah.
So like I took one or two AP classes. When I went into college, I had 3 college credits that not every college would take. Like when I got into NYU, I was thinking of going there. They were not going to take the 3 credits that I already had, but Pace did, and Purchase was going to. There were certain schools that would take them and certain schools that wouldn't. But
all right, Cooper, you got
Gary Brooks was trying to be funny, but in my 20s, my mid and late 20s, I was notorious for falling asleep at red lights.
Oof, Jesus.
Because I wasn't diagnosed with apnea yet, so like I wasn't sleeping at night, and if I stopped moving or stopped thinking for out.
When did you start using the machine, Abe? Because I remember you would be when you were in the barber shop. You were sleeping in a chair one day.
I got diagnosed, but then I couldn't use the machine, so I just gave it up. Like you know, because it takes a good 2 or 3 months of torture before you get used to the machine. And I just gave it up, and then it just really got so bad. And it's really a funny side effect is when you're not sleeping and you think it's the opposite, but I was getting up every 20, 30 minutes to go to the bathroom, like twice in an hour. I'm like, where the shit is the shit coming from? I'm not drinking any fluids. I've already been to the bathroom 3 times. So I finally just broke down, just had fought through it and started using the machine and didn't know how to live without it after that. I finally got used to it, but sleep through the night. I don't get up and go to the bathroom once anymore. And it's, I try to.
But I remember I was around during that period because I remember a big change in you when you really started using the machine again, like just in the your energy level, like you.
Yeah, because you're getting fucking sleep. It does wonders. Shit.
Yeah. Cooper.
Yeah.
You got some meaty news this week, right?
Yeah. We have a lot of news.
You ready to get to it?
Let's get to it. Yeah.
Time for Name That. No, not Name That Jam. It's time to find out what's the scoop with Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
Fucking Gary Brooks tracking my coffee consumption this morning.
I've got 2 going here. Look, this is my second big cup. You can't really see it. My second big cup, and then I still have the nitro cold brew here that was brought to me.
This one's still half full, but how do I not take the one my daughter just bought me?
Oh, you got it, yeah.
Of course. All right, what do you got, Cooper?
All right, I'll go to the big story first, so we're not rushed with it. The end of last week, there was a big story that happened last Friday, and actually it was in the middle of my vacation. There was a memo sent out from Arturo Fuente to their international distributors announcing that the distribution agreement that Mirafel was their distributor internationally outside the U.S., that agreement had come to an end. So what that entails basically is that now Fuente's taken over their distribution in Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. And that was a long time arrangement that had come to an end. Those two have worked together for many years. I think this goes back over 25 years, going back to when Rick Mirafel still was at the helm of Mirafel Cigars, and Carlito's father was involved with that. But
I was going to say, wasn't Carlito's dad friendly with them? He was part of that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No one's really saying much more than that, other than the memo was sent out to the distributors. I got confirmation on that, but that has come to an end now.
I just want to be clear on this because I misunderstood this a little bit too. This has nothing to do, so far, from what we understand, of Fuente, who's used their Cameroon for Hemingway, Don Carlos since basically its inception. I mean, they're very well known for their Cameroon wrapper. This is just the fact that Mirafel, who is in multiple aspects of the cigar business, is also a distributor to European houses, and that arrangement has come to an end.
Yes. So that's the tobacco. No one's saying anything about the tobacco yet. I'm assuming Fuente's got stockpiles of that tobacco anyway, so I don't think you're going to see any. If anything did happen, we're not going to see that. But yeah, and then Jose kind of worked with Mirafel a lot, in terms of he was like the conduit from Fuente to Mirafel basically. And now that's kind of fallen out. It's still going to fall under him right now. So, but yeah, that was a big story. My phone was blowing up. Well, I'm with my mom on Friday, actually, trying to have lunch. My phone just started blowing up. Yeah.
I recently, when I say recently, like in the last 4 weeks, maybe, had the pleasure of having a 3 to 4 hour meeting with Jeremiah and his sister and Reinhardt. They came to my office.
Great people, by the way.
Oh, wow.
So let me tell you, in 30 years of being in this business, I don't think I've had a more extensive conversation with Jeremiah. I mean, I was on his show, but I don't count that, other than a hello, nice to see you, nice to meet you again, maybe at a trade show, because there's no universe in which we really need to talk. I'm not buying nothing from him. He's not doing. I'm not in the aspect of the industry where what we do is relatable. But he came out with that cigar last year, and I got a question because I don't think I've talked to anybody about it. Coop, did you smoke that cigar?
There's 3 of them. There were several of them. One of them is exceptional.
Is it the expensive one?
The Richard. Yeah.
Okay, so let me tell you something. He gave me one of those. I never smoked it. We didn't bring it in at Smoke In because it was a very high-end cigar. I really wasn't sure how much of our base even knew who Jeremiah Merfeld was, and I thought it would take a lot of work to really kind of educate people on it. And when you're coming out and your first cigar is that kind of price range, it's tough unless you really understand the history. When you come out and you've been doing like $10, $12 cigars, and then you make something special and say, oh, this is going to be a $50 cigar, different story. So he had a lot of other lines. Right now, that's the only line that they're importing into the U.S. Okay, but
there's 3 blends under that line, but and then Melissa's got a whole line of her stuff, which
yes,
is not in the
and
U.S.
she gave me a lot of them. I smoked them all.
Yeah.
Okay, but I think I texted Alex. I think I texted Gary Brooks. It was a very interesting 3.5-hour meeting because when he was telling me about the process of what goes in that wrapper, I hate to say this, but there's a percentage of our industry will lie.
Full of shit. Full of shit. The word is full of shit.
I was going to say it'll lean more on storytelling than facts. Let's put it that way. So, he's telling me his whole process and his whole story and how they have this reserve that, they've had for 40 years. And if they take 4 bills out, 4 new bills go into that reserve and goes through that process of how it ages and the way they age it, because tobacco is only aged and cured to a certain point, because then it becomes diminishing return yields, right?
Yeah.
And the tobacco that they sell is only done to that point. So then if the manufacturer wants to continue the more process, then he loses the yield at his own account, right? So what he's telling me is making a lot of business sense on top of it. But I didn't smoke it in the office because I won't enjoy it there. But me and my wife ended up sitting right out here having it one night. And I think I texted Alex, a couple people away. And do you know what it reminded me of? I could tell right away that the cigar was different in age. It literally reminded me of when I first smoked the original 150s.
I can see that.
Back in 1995.
I have not smoked the original 150. That's why I can't really say, but I can probably understand why. Yeah.
I can't really say either,
right.
But I remember when I smoked it, I said, holy shit. Look, as far as I know, they may have sold the wrapper. It was a Cameroon wrapped cigar. They may have sold them the wrapper at the time, but it reminded me of the 150s. I could denote the difference. Even my wife the next day, who didn't hear the whole fucking story and the whole lecture and the whole spiel in my office, said, I'm still thinking about that cigar from last night.
It was really, it was that good.
Yes. And it was, look, those kind of cigars aren't for everybody. I mean, they're priced real expensive, but
how much are they?
Like 50,
100,
40 to 75, depending on
yeah.
which one. I think it's 50 to 75.
That Richard one was almost 100.
Right.
Okay. So it's very, very interesting. But I this is the first year I'm going to Dortmund. I have actually invited me to a dinner with his family. I'm going to try to import some of the other lines because some of those cigars that Melissa made were good.
Yeah,
and they're in the they'll end up in a normal price point, a reasonable price point. But no, I mean it was really a cool 4-hour meeting, and like 30 years in this industry, you could still fucking meet new people and learn new shit, and something I would have never even thought to sit down and have a conversation with him. But I'm glad I got to try. I'm glad I got to meet Melissa, try those other cigars, and we had a very good meeting. So I'm looking forward to running into them again when I go to Dortmund next month.
They're aging a lot of that. Go ahead, Paul.
Sorry, go ahead, Coop.
They're aging a lot of that tobacco in Belgium. Actually, and what they do is they age the tobacco in Belgium. Yeah. They ship them to factories, which are not saying, but they roll them, and then the cigars go back to Belgium, and the cigars age in Belgium, which is kind of a little different than you hear. And they're very open about that. Say, hey, come to Belgium, we'll show you all this stuff. So
yeah, no,
it's not like a joke. Yeah, they're very open on it.
What I understand, they got like a museum.
Yeah,
I mean, these people are like the Washington, it's like George Washington of the American heritage, as far as how back they go back in the tobacco industry with contracts with Castro and shit.
Yeah, I've interviewed Jeremiah, and the story's amazing. Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It is. They didn't. Yeah. So I guess these Melissa cigars are coming to the U.S. It sounds like. I mean, she was obviously doing a barn.
They are. They are. No, I'm good, buddy. They are, but they may not get here as quick as I'd like them. So if I'm gonna see, because I'm gonna be importing other stuff. So no, but they are. They want to bring them here. I think they got a couple packaging things that they really need to work on. And what's great is he was like completely receptive. He's like, "Oh, we need to talk to you more because some of their stuff won't sit well or work well on the shelves. You know, it might be in Europe, but it won't work well here."
Yeah, I could see that.
Those Roman numeral ones, you know, how do you got to open them, leave them open on box? I said, no, there's different ways you could do this. And I gave him a few ideas, and he was super thankful. And super receptive.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was super thankful and super receptive. And I'm looking forward to seeing him again next month. Yeah,
they did a big tour of the U.S. We interviewed Reinhardt in the middle of that tour because he was in the U.S. So we had him on a show a few weeks ago, and the story's amazing.
I've been on his show.
I've been on his show too.
Let me tell you something. When we were in Vienna, so we didn't know this, but like we ended up getting to Vienna on a Sunday. Like everything's closed on a Sunday. Like, you know, I mean, it's Europe, and I guess they have a smoking lounge or a club. And he was messaging me. He goes, "If you and your wife would like to come and have a cigar, I'll go down and open up the club for you guys, and we could have a cigar." I'm like, "Bro, thank you. No, man, we got the kids. We're good." But very welcoming. Very welcoming.
I definitely agree with you on that. You know, it's funny when I went to Dubai the first time. Reinhardt was in the Middle East. We missed each other in Dubai by a day. We were trying to connect, and I was leaving. He was coming in the same day. Yeah,
probably could have waved at each other through customs.
Literally, yeah.
I love Cameroon. By the way, it's something I've only recently discovered how much I enjoy it.
Cameroon was my first. So the first box of cigars I ever bought was a Don Carlos No. 2. That was my first box purchase ever. Cameroon was the first wrapper, as I was getting into cigars, that I really knew what it was. Like when I learned wrappers, because I ended up liking these cigars, and I realized, hey, a lot of these are Cameroon wrappers. So it was the first wrapper I ever liked. I was a hardcore Cameroon. I think when Nick Perdomo was on, I even talked about one of the best Cameroons was the original fucking CAO Cameroon when Nick was making them for the Ozinger family. And it just died, you know. I mean, you see this when you've been in the industry, whether it's broadleaf Cameroon, whether it's Sumatra, you know, the point with Sumatra, rappers just go in phases where, you know, they become hot for a period of time, and then all it takes is somebody to release some cigar, takes a big hit, and if that's the rapper of the moment, then everybody will start making that.
It's out of it. Right. That's
what will happen. I mean, but Cameroon is problematic. Even if, as a consumer, when you store them, it's going to be the first wrapper to crack. It's going to be the first wrapper to bust. It's a frail wrapper. I think.
Yes.
I think that's why a lot of manufacturers really steered away from Cameroon. But when you make Cameroon right, it's a Cameroon cigar. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
I there's always like a sweetness to it that I like. I'm not sure if that's the right description of it.
Yeah, it is for Cameroon.
And you can tell if it's African Cameroon or not very easy.
Sure.
It's a very easy thing. You don't go right away smoking it. That's
I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, if you want good Cameroon, the Mirfels are the ones to get it from, right? Like they're notorious for like the best.
They're embedded in Cameroon, and actually some of it's grown in the Central African Republic too, from what I understand on the border.
I think Smoke Inn might be working on an extremely very cool project with one of the oldest cigar brands in the industry and African Cameroon wrapper that might be coming out in 2026. Just saying.
It's a stink, you think?
Just saying. I think it's something in the works. I think people are going to be blown away when this finally becomes released. But
sounds like I can't afford it.
I got a lot of fires in the cold. The only difference is I don't cry about it every time.
Paul, you can afford it.
Oh, you missed my soccer.
What else you got, Cooper?
All right. I'll go through some of these other ones quickly. A new Davidoff release is coming out, the Chef's Edition 2025.
Yep.
Saw that.
They collaborate. This is basically a project where they bring chefs in for kind of part of the tasting and blending process. And this is the 4th release that they've done of the Chef's Edition. It started in 2016, so they've done them on and off. This one, the one difference that is different about this release is they have Dominican tobacco that's aged in Yagua bales, and Yagua are these palm bales, and Davidoff's never released anything with cigars aged in those type of bales before. So that's going to be a little different. The price point is going to be...
That's a new concept. I never heard of that.
They haven't done it. All they say is they haven't done it. They're not saying they invented it or anything. It's a 6.25 by 52 Toro. It's going to be priced at $55. What's really cool, you get this.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
The box
For
is
that
cool.
enough.
The box is cool. You get this marble cutting board with it, which the cover is a marble cutting board.
Oh,
So
is it on the
Yeah, I
other
was going to say
It's on
that
the other
looks
side.
cool.
So if you flip it over, it's a marble cutting board. Yeah.
Wow, I never seen a cutting board, a box made out of a cutting board before either. Holy cow. The originality that went into the cigar was mind-blowing.
No. They did it first. The chefs
Cutting
did
board?
it first.
What was the last one, a cutting board?
And the last one was.
There was another cutting board. I think in 2021 was a cutting
Was there?
board.
Okay.
Yeah, I think but it was and that was a wood one.
I take that
The
back.
last one was like a glass ashtray or something. It didn't. Yeah, it was that glass
You
ashtray.
did a
thing.
cutting board box? Okay, I take that back.
I thought it was a wood one actually that they did, but I could be wrong.
I don't know if they did a cutting board one, but I'm being told.
All right, I'll move on here. New Crown Heads release, Blood Medicine B Positive. This packaging I really dug that they did with that red band and that white box. This is a new release of the Blood Medicine. This originally started as an event only line, and then they made it kind of now an LE line. And this one they're releasing with a Corojo wrapper. So this is a different wrapper than what's been seen before. And Blood Medicine has ties to the city of Nashville. There was a building, I think, in downtown Nashville that had a name that was called like Blood Medicine, or there was a company in there that was in that building that produced something called Blood Medicine, I should say. Yeah. So this is a Nicaraguan wrap. They're making this with Pichardo. So they still work with Pichardo there, and that's a 6x52 Toro.
I was waiting to make this fucking joke. I literally was waiting to make this joke. I was waiting for a moment in Coop's dialogue that I could make that joke.
LE released 12 count boxes, but there's 2,400, so there's a lot of them. Pricing is at $12.95, so decent price cigar. That should be hitting the stores next month.
No,
I think we got some coming.
Yep.
Yeah, we got some coming.
Yep. This is some interest. Martin Cove cigars, the Prodigal Son is shipping. So that should start arriving, I guess, soon. I guess Smoke Inn is one of the few stores. There's 3 stores that are only getting this one, at least to start. So it's Smoke Inn, La Casa Grande, which is Paulie DeSilvio, who's working on the project with Martin, and Sanj Patel. And Sanj Patel has a factory in the Dominican that's making this cigar. So this one is finally going to start to hit the stores. I have not smoked this yet at all, so
it'll be interesting. I'll tell you that.
It's getting released now. I didn't realize it wasn't out yet.
Yep. They did like a soft launch in LA and right before the Great Smoke, but it was, that was just like an event thing they did with it.
We have him scheduled to come on KMA, and he'll be doing an event in our Boynton Beach headquarters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Great job. Yeah.
Finalizing the date for KMA. It's going to be in October sometime, trying to work around the schedule.
Gotta make sure I'm not traveling. Yeah.
I'll give you the as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know.
Yep. And one final story. Speaking of Mirafel Cameroon, EP Carrillo has the Endure line that they're using the Mirafel Cameroon wrapper. They actually have the name of it on there. They have a new size out, a Corona Gorda 6x46. So that is now starting. That's going to be released nationwide next month. That's an unusual cigar for Ernie. Doesn't do a lot of Corona Gordas, so I thought that was an interesting. Oh, that's not the right picture.
No, wrong one. Sorry,
I skipped one.
I was like, wait.
I'll go back to that one. Yeah,
that's my fault.
Yeah, but yeah, the Corona Gorda is coming out. $18 price point. It's going to be a new extension to the line. So, like I said, interesting. Ernie doesn't do a lot of Corona Gordas, so it's a cool size, I think.
I go to that size. Honestly, I like that size.
That's a good cigar too. I like that Endure.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like the Robusto a lot in that one. So I think it's gonna be good in that thinner ring gauge actually.
Yep.
And finally, the picture that we saw, the Casada Oktoberfest is also heading to stores right now. So the Casada Oktoberfest, they do this. This is actually a popular cigar in North Carolina. It seems to always do well when it's released here. And it's coming in 5 sizes, and one of the sizes, it's not pictured here, is a Salomon press, which literally is like a cigar that's pressed in the middle and rounded on each end. It looks like a barbell almost. Right. So they released that Salomon press before, like as an event cigar, but now it's going to be in this year's release. So it's based off the blend, the San Andreas blend that they released in 2021, which they've been using.
I got to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I don't think I have a picture of that one, unfortunately.
It looks like a barbell.
It almost looks like a barbell, or a reverse barbell. I should say it's not it's a reverse barbell. I don't know how to put it. It's.
Are you talking about a dumbbell?
Not dumbbell. The barbell was the wrong term. Because it's thinner on the ends. That's why it's rounded, thinner on the ends. It's pressed in the middle.
That just sounds weird.
It's a weird size. I smoked the size. It's a fun size to smoke. I have smoked that Salomon press before.
Now I got to Google it.
I'm trying. I don't see anything.
It's in one of the older articles I had in Coop on that one.
Oh, here's one.
Send me the link, Paul.
Yeah, I will. I'll send it right now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they showed this at the trade show this year. So this was something.
I see. I got it.
It's not a barbell was the wrong word for that.
No, but I could see what you're saying. Almost how it's like. It's almost. Like
it's weird because it's thin, then it gets thick.
This one's almost like bent.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very unusual shape. It's a fun size to smoke. I'll say that.
It's very strange.
Yep.
I assume you're talking. Come on.
There it is. That's the one in the middle.
That one in the middle.
Yeah, and you can see. Yeah, and you can see there's a.
It's kind of box pressed in the middle and rounded on the ends. I do see. Yeah, that is interesting.
That's strange.
Yeah,
that is weird.
I think that
when you can't decide if you want a box press or not.
All right, or a torpedo.
Somebody fucked up in the factory. They said, "Hey, run with it."
Yeah, smoke's good. Make it work.
Yep.
What happened with the box press? Oh, the ends broke, and it just didn't. Run with it.
Oh, the price point on that is not bad. $12.60 too for a cigar like of something unusual shape like that. So that's not a bad price for that cigar.
I
used to have one of those every year. I would always smoke one of those.
The Oktoberfests are very popular where I am. They always go. I know sometimes some retailers have not done as well with it, but I know in North Carolina it's always a very popular release.
I'm going to give it 2 more years, 3 tops, before you're going to see a spring back in cigar pricing.
I agree.
I think what's going to happen is it's going to be 1 or 2 manufacturers are going to release something and it's going to take off the moderately priced thing, and then a lot of guys will start making lines. I've seen it happen a couple times since. I mean, every time it happens, it's always at a higher price point because everything's now relative. It's really funny. I was talking with a guy in the lounge last night, and he was talking about Davidoffs used to be moderately priced back in the day. I said, no, they weren't. They were never moderately priced. It's just perspective. You're thinking of back when you used to pay $12 for a Davidoff. Or,
but everything else was 4 and 6.
Everything was 4 at the time. So he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about $50 and $100 cigars here.
Right. Yep.
Cooper, is that it for the news?
That's it for the news. It was a busy week. Yep.
Nice.
Way to take us home, Coop.
Now I'm curious to try the Richard.
It was a number 3 cigar for me a few years ago, and actually half will give it number 1. It was an exceptional cigar.
For me, it was definitely stood out, unique experience.
Yes.
Okay.
So I could put it up, whether it's worth $50, $75, $100 to anybody, that's all relative. And I said this to somebody. I said, look, somebody said, I don't know, it's $100 cigar. I said, no cigar is a $100 cigar.
No.
It's just you're paying for it to experience it. And if you can afford $100 to experience it, that's all it is at the end of the day.
For a special occasion.
It's an experience. You may like it, you may not like it. But just because you're buying $100 cigars doesn't mean you're going to like it. Doesn't mean it's going to be.
You want to splurge on it, splurge on it is what I would say.
I've still never smoked a unicorn.
I think that's Saka's best cigar, by the way. I will say
Cindy offered me one at the Great Smoke this year.
Said no?
And I was like, yeah, I was like, give it to somebody here. Like, I don't want to take advantage in that way. Like, I don't know. I feel weird about that. Like, don't give me that. Give that to somebody here.
You never feel weird when I gave you cigars.
Because you weren't giving me $100 cigar. Like,
bro, it cost it, but get the fuck out.
I don't know.
Well,
Like
Paul's acting like Steve went in his pocket, pulled a $100 bill out.
No. But when
Hey,
I'll give you an
Paul,
example. Two
You
years
realize
ago-
that cigar didn't cost Cindy $100, right? It's not like
I
you were
understand.
taking $100 bill.
So
from
2
Cindy.
years ago,
making a nice
before they came
profit on
out,
it.
Yeah.
before they came out with the new lines, the blue one, she had a blue one and the black label one, and she's like, "Take the blue one if you like the blue so much." And I was like, "No, thank you." I was like, "Give it to somebody here, so make somebody's day." Like, I don't know. I guess in retrospect,
I get that. It was a nice gesture.
Yeah,
that was a nice. I get it.
I was like,
get
give it to somebody here that's like a fan and whatever. Like, I have access to stuff. If I really want it, I can get it. Like, I don't know. I felt weird. She was very sweet. She always offers something.
She's definitely the nicer part of that half.
Oh my god! Listen,
for sure.
For sure. We can't give him $100.
I love him though. I
$100.
I ain't giving you that, Cindy. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
For more information and always staying up to date, please visit our friend's site at cigar-coop.com.
Yes.
Absolutely.
What week are we on? Because I'm lost.
I don't know, but it's 11:55. We might as well skip it. I mean, the show's basically over unless you want to rush it.
No, I guess not. We'll wait till next week.
Yeah, we'll wait till next week.
Either way, Paul, what's some of your favorite? What's some of your favorite
jingles? Are you still on?
TV show themes.
So you're gonna? I mean, are animated shows allowed?
Fuck Paul DeGrocco. Unfucking believable.
You knew what you were getting when you asked the question. It's
the Mickey Mouse Club is live. It's it was a live show to Mickey Mouse Club.
True.
I think that.
That's a good point.
Has a great theme song. Honestly,
yeah, but that can be its whole own genre, Paul. We're talking about his DuckTales. He said, I get that. How about what is your favorite Disney song, Paul?
Oh my God,
bro,
you just tortured the poor kid.
It's tough.
Give me like three. Just give me three.
It's an unknown. It's an unknown song. It's an unknown song because
let me stop you right there. We don't want to hear an unknown song. No one do this.
Yeah, who even has favorite
unknown song? A favorite
Disney song, no less.
You might know it. You might know it.
Soundtrack from what movie?
There we go.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay, and the song is I couldn't tell you one.
I couldn't tell you one from that movie.
I think it's called Outcasts or God Help the Outcasts and Out There. Those two songs stand out. Alan Menken outdid himself, and the movie itself does not do justice to the score that Alan Menken wrote.
Yeah.
All right, last question. How many Disney movies have you cried over?
I can't.
Sad.
I did just recently cry over one.
Super sad.
I did, and I'll be
What
honest.
Disney movie did you recently cry over?
We went to see the new Stitch movie, and my kids called me out, but I was tearing up when at the end. I don't want to ruin it. Nobody's going to see it here.
Now listen. I know I can, and I can wear it. I know I can be called heartless. I know I can be called slightly less than emotional.
Absolutely.
But a grown man crying over cartoons
it's not it's a real life version with a CGI Stitch. He dies, or they think he dies.
Oh, you fucked up the movie for me,
ruined
man.
the whole movie.
What the fuck?
Oh, I can't even go see it now. I was just about to.
Paul, have you heard the Billy Joel Disney song?
Of course.
Boy.
That's from Oliver and Company, yeah.
Oliver and Company.
It's a great song, actually. It's one of his best songs for a movie I've ever heard him use.
Him doing When You Wish Upon a Star is amazing, too, actually.
Yeah,
my favorite Disney soundtrack for years was The Little Mermaid. Up until, and I don't even know if this one's really considered to be a popular soundtrack, but I love it the best. I actually listen to a lot of songs in my car. I forgot, what was the family one?
Encanto?
That whole soundtrack. Yeah, what was that? Was that movie called
Encanto? Like, We Don't Talk About Bruno.
Oh, God, man. My kids were singing all day. We're singing all of it.
Great music.
That is my favorite Disney soundtrack.
Lin-Manuel Miranda, though. That's why.
Yes,
I'm telling you,
that's one I could actually listen in my car while driving. There are songs in there I love. Pressure. I mean, that's a great soundtrack actually for Disney.
So is Vivo, which is not a Disney movie. That kids show is Lin-Manuel Miranda as well. It's on Netflix. My kids love it, and the music is awesome in Vivo. VIVO is the name of it, but that's a great soundtrack.
All right.
Well,
yeah, Encanto's great.
Paul, thank you for coming and joining us.
Thanks for having me.
We'll reach out to the governor, see if you can get another pardon, hopefully in the near future sometime again.
Wait, real quick.
She's very pregnant right now.
Before we go, I had to call in a favor, so I might as well play it. We do have a Would You Rather, but it's not really a Would You Rather. I mean, it's probably, I should have expected this.
We've been asked all week.
Here's the scenario. We're fresh out of Pedro videos, Abe. We need new Pedros.
Monday morning.
I had to phone a friend. Unfortunately, I don't have friends in that Jewish state that I could get stuff done in 15 minutes. So I had to rely on a friend. And unfortunately, sometimes when you phone a friend, you get what you get. And you just got to roll with it. So this is what I got.
Would you rather take it in the bad words or the mouth or from bad words to the mouth?
I had trouble hearing that.
That's.
What was he?
Would you rather do something bad words from the bad word or from the mouth or from the bad word to the mouth? So I don't even, that's what I got. Like I said, you can't, when you ask, you just get what you get. But credit, the man came through in 20 minutes, which is hard to get that man to do anything in 20 minutes. I caught him at a good time.
Yep.
That's what I got.
All right. The comments are getting bad. On that note, thank you for joining us, everybody. Once again, excuse my tardiness. Paul, thanks for being here. We hope you had fun. We enjoyed spending our Saturday morning with you guys. Best of next week. Happy Labor Day to everybody. Be safe. Have a good time. And we'll catch you all back in 2 weeks. Until then, keep it lit.
Bye.